Hey folks, Quillian here, and welcome to another episode of our Let's Play of Master of Orion 2, one of my favorite games of all time. We are playing our hipster race over here, the Hipsters, our democratic... That's pretty much all there is to say about the race itself. We have a democracy, and apparently we're bad at the pew-pewing in space and on the ground. But the big thing is our home planet. You might not have heard about it. We're totally underground. Low gravity, subterranean. Well, actually, our species is subterranean, so we can fit more population on every planet. Our home planet itself has low gravity. It is large, rich, and has ancient artifacts, so we get some tech boosts and some production boosts. We just finished our first scoot. We're going to scoot a boot. In this episode, we've got a second scout coming online. I always like to build two. I feel like two is the right amount to be able to spot things quite quickly. And then we're going to have to decide if we're going to be immediately building a colony ship or not. I should at least put it in a queue. We can start putting production towards it, and then we can decide if we're actually going to finish it or not. We did go and build a colony base on Runner 1 in our home system over here. It's not a brilliant planet, but I think it'll still do decent things for us. Let's go ahead and advance, and one more time, and we find our first system, the Zaman system. Okay, a medium barren rich planet. So barren means we can't farm on it. Rich means we do get extra production, and because we are subterranean, we do get 10 population on this planet. It really makes this planet much sexier than it might otherwise be, and I think this would already have been a colonizable planet. It's actually really good luck that we found a colonizable planet immediately. That's great. We're going to go down the wormhole here and see what's on the other side. And then this scout ship is going to go this way. Just realized there's a nebula over here, which is going to slow down some of our movement speeds. I wonder if the nebula... I don't know if there's a way to tell if a nebula is present in the star system itself, because I think systems with nebulas, you don't get shields unless you have hardened shields. I hope I'm not getting confused between games. Anyway, here's the end system on the other side of that wormhole. Medium, desert, abundant. Abundant is the normal mineral amount. So abundant you could also think about as average. Small toxic, abundant, yeah, and then a gas giant over here. I don't think we're going to rush to colonize Zaman, but it is interesting that it's there. Now, the way fleet ship movement works in Master of Orion, the range that your ships can reach is based on the distance from the closest colonized planets, or place with an outpost anyway, which means my hipster fleet can make this movement over here, but can't make this move over here, which looks a little bit weird, but, you know, that's fine. It's just the way the game mechanic works. We don't want to move directly here, though, because that would take forever. We're going to take the wormhole back to Zaman. Oh, we're at -1 food. Now, -1 isn't enough to lead to starvation, but it will hurt the population growth at whichever planet it affects. So I'm just going to go ahead and do this. And you can see already like how it would be really nice for us to have extra food production. But alas, it's not to be quite yet. Okay, you're back over here. So let's move you to this planet, or this star. Actually, what's the time? See, 3 turns. See, notice this distance from here to here is... It looks like it's longer than from here to here, and this was a 4-turn trip, and this is only a 3-turn trip. The nebula here slows down your movement, unless you have a leader with the navigator trait, I want to say, in which case I think you avoid those speed penalties. And I think it would also let you move through black holes if there were any. I think normally they block movement. Again, I might be getting confused between different versions of the game. It's been a long time since I played this, and we played a lot of different things. Anyway, we got a reinforced hull tech, which we're not particularly excited about. We're doing this for automated factories, but part of me is thinking I kind of made a mistake here because we have so many people having to generate food. I kind of wish we'd gone down the food route first. I think now that we're here, we are going to go ahead and go into automated factories, but I kind of wish we'd picked up the hydroponic farms into soil enrichment. But we're not going to complain when we have automated factories, though, because they're pretty good. So the colony ship's still pretty ridiculous right now. Now, we can move population between our planets. In fact, if they're in the same system, they move instantly. I don't think it's worth moving you from here to here, but maybe? I mean, presumably this is increasing your pop growth rate right now. Oh, also, your administrator affects your entire star system, not just your planet. So EMO is helping both, although we're not doing any research on the other planet yet. All right, the Miract system here has the gas giant, which we can't do anything with right now, and a large radiated poor planet. I don't think that's going to be a high priority to pick up. Later on, I mean, it is large. Like, here, in our home system, we did a medium radiated poor. But it was easy because we only had to build a colony base for it. The colony ship is quite a bit more expensive. So I don't think it's going to be the same level of priority. We'll probably pick it up at some point, especially later when we get techs that can make the radiated worlds more valuable. We get some radiation shielding, which turns it from irradiated to barren, and once a planet is barren, you can also do terraforming, which is really good. The Drossel system has natives! Humanoid life has already begun on the world. When you land on the planet, you integrate them into your colony. Once integrated, they may only work the farms and will not leave the planet to colonize elsewhere. Furthermore, the natives do not gain the racial bonuses of your race. True, but they are excellent farmers. So Drossel 3 over here, large tundra abundant with natives, is going to be a fantastic planet to colonize. Okay. I'm going to keep our production mix where it is currently. I would like to get the automated factory before we fully commit to the colony ship stuff. But once we get it, we'll probably sink more production in here. Although, again, it still has a diminishing return. But I think might still be the way to go. And the Indus system has nothing. That's too bad, because the yellow suns tend to have more appropriate planets. I guess I'll leave my scout ships where they are, because when we do colonize Drossel, then they can move out to here and here. Now, am I happy with the distribution of my things? I mean, I think so, but... Okay, so Yoda over here, not to be confused with Yoda. This is Yoda, not Yoda. The Elder Sensei over here, his instructor, what he does here is he increases the amount of experience all your leaders get per turn. So he will level up your other leaders. He is going to cost us nothing to hire because we already have a famous. He's also famous as well, which will increase, you know, us getting other leaders. I don't think we're going to pick him up right now. What I'm wondering about is increasing the taxes, because that might actually result in us being able to get this colony ship faster than just production. I don't know. All right, automated factories are in. That's great. We're definitely going to switch over to biology now. And yeah, I think I still like playing hydroponic farms, even though we're also going to get soil enrichment, but more food, more better. We are going to come over to both of these planets. We're going to queue up an automated factory and move it in front of the colony ship. And unlike other games, you do not lose production when you switch your queue around over here. So all the production we put into the colony ship will now be put into the automated factory, which will finish it in one turn, and the overflow should continue there. We'll build the automated factory in front of the housing over here, but otherwise I think we're going to keep up that housing plan. I could buy this, but yeah, I mean, it would be the full multiplier cost, which I don't like here. So we're definitely going to want to wait a little bit before that happens. So we're 24 turns away from the colony ship. We do have, you know, the extra pollution, but that's probably going to have to be okay. I'm going to throw the extra worker in here, shave 4 turns off the colony ship, and probably a little bit more than that, in fact, because it's going to enable us to purchase it that much sooner. Short by 400. I could buy this automated factory, which is pretty good, but I think I really want that colony ship, and that's why I'm prioritizing it. Tech's coming in, maybe. Well, we got bad luck on our tech rolls here. Hydroponic farms, and we're immediately going to go to soil enrichment. That being said, Cloning Center is amazing because the increased growth rate is really good, especially with our high population. Being able to grow our population to the cap is going to be fantastic, but I think we need to feed our people. There's also death spores over here when we bombard planets. It's fun, but not what we're going to do. Definitely soil enrichment. +1 food per farmer is going to be nuts. Oh, there we go. I can purchase this, and that is the 2-to-1. Great stuff. I'm wondering about putting another colony ship immediately in the queue. I think we kind of have to, actually. Oh, when you finish your automated farm, let's do our automated factory. We'll do a hydroponics farm, and I will buy this automated factory here to accelerate that. I will want to purchase the colony ship to boost that as well, but we'll see. All right, colony ship. I think it is Drossel that we're going. We can use this planets button here. I like to sort by size. Yeah, so you can see we're going to get production penalty because of these normal G planets over here. Drossel 2 is low G, but it's tiny and still radiated, so it's really not terribly sexy. Let's go to Drossel. Now, even though the natives do get a food boost, I think because it's tundra, it's still not going to generate tons of food for us, but they should at least be able to feed themselves decently. And the natives can only be farmers. Okay, we only have 2 spare freighters now. We are going to need more for this. Well, no, the planet's going to feed itself. We are going to need more when we get this other colony ship. I'll put it in a queue so that I don't forget. And this having hydroponics farm will help as well. I don't think I'm going to buy that out. Well, I mean, if it's no more than 2 to 1. Yeah, not yet. Let's go one more turn. I love the music in this game. It's got like those tubas. I don't know if it's a tuba, but it's got the low brass instrument. The brump. So yeah, large tundra, 13 population max is really good. Yeah, we'll go with Drossel. We'll keep a lot of these names. There you go. So we got 3 native pops over here, these native farmers, and they are really good at making food. I'm going to move our one actual hipster into industry, and definitely we're going to want to start with the automated factory. And then probably we want to have some housing get started, I think is going to be the vibe. Now, I'm tempted to buy out this automated factory right away, even though it is going to be inefficiently priced. I don't know, but what we can do is pull some farmers out of this. That's only going to shave 2 turns off. Let's put you in tech instead. It's probably worth having a few turns of production go into this before we buy it, just to keep the efficiency halfway decent. This, yeah, we can buy the 2 to 1's not bad, and that'll improve our food situation that much more. You're going to go into housing after that, which I think is fine. Although part of me is wondering at one point do we get that research lab going, just for the 5 static research. Maybe it's worth doing that after the hydroponics farm, actually. Okay, so we've colonized this, which means I don't think we can reach over here. No. Now, you can get better fuel cells, which will increase your range as you go forward. Can I move one more? Is it negative food? Oh, no, it's flat. Good. All right, we'll put a little bit more research in here. Excellent. Hydroponic farm, next in queue, research lab. That's okay. We've got a medium swamp, abundant. That's not bad. Swamp can grow a little bit of food. And just it's just ultimately easier to terraform than than a pure barren world. And abundant means it'll at least be able to do some production. The per se system is considerably less interesting. Let me move this guy to Zaman. Actually, okay. I think I will keep a ship here. I don't think we're going to colonize the Gibber system, although we might build an outpost. We're going to go to the Zaman system, because I think we are going to colonize that, and then we'll be able to check out these other systems, these other stars. Do I want to build an outpost ship first? I think the answer is no. At what point do I want to decide to buy this versus saving for the rushed colony ship? I think I do want to buy the automated factory, but again, I'll give it a few more turns just to get slightly more efficient. I think I'm going to call this good enough. We're still going to pay above. It's 3 to 1 over here, but I think it's still better than where things were. And I think we'll appreciate having the automated factory sooner rather than later on Drossel. That +5 base production is going to be fantastic. And yeah, Runner can start to just focus on its housing for a little bit longer. Director Emo has gained a level. Okay, Emo the hipster. And we can buy this colony ship, so we'll do that. And you've got the freighter fleet in a queue, which is what we want. Ultimately, we probably want to build the hydroponic farms everywhere. There is a maintenance cost, but the +2 food is pretty useful. I think what I'm going to do first is I'm going to build an outpost ship. And then maybe the hydroponics we'll see. And I think we're going to outpost Gibber for range. All right, colony ship is there. So I think the plan is to go to Zaman. Can't make food, and it's not quite as populous as some others, but the rich is going to be quite good, and it lets us expand in a great direction. So what's nice here is we actually did luck out and got a lot of fairly decent planets near our start. Now, everything is always going to look a little bit better when you're subterranean, just because there's more capacity. I guess, really, I should have had this guy come here as well, because we're going to want you scouting over there, and it would have been a little quicker, but I guess it doesn't really matter. Can I pull you out for 2 food? Okay. And yeah, may as well keep boosting, turning money into production. Freighter fleet, which is good. We've got 5 spare ones, but we're going to start using them pretty quickly, actually. Outpost ship next, and tech is going. Breakthrough. Oh, we got headlines. What's going on? Devastating news for the entire galaxy as hyperspace flux has shut off passage into hyperspace, preventing all ships from moving. That is incredibly, actually fine right now. Ooh, we got our soil enrichment. Using nanomachines, planetary soil can be molecularly enriched and fertilized, increasing the food a farmer can harvest by +1. Soil enrichment will not work on barren, radiated, and toxic planets. You already have to be able to farm a planet for it to come into play. Now, I'm very happy we already started moving our colony ship. It would suck if you get the hyperspace flux on the same turn you build your colony ship, but before you can start moving it, because then it's just sitting there doing nothing and having wasted a lot of production. If the flux hits before the colony ship is built, at least you can, queue other things in front of it or something like that. So what are we looking for next is actually interesting. So if we haven't met anyone yet, we don't really have to rush the neural scanner or the telepathic training, both of which make our spies better, and we might want to do that to protect our tech. Sociology, we don't need the Space Academy, and neither one of these is going to help us right now. The better drives, the better armor and fuel cells if we can't move, no. Spaceport for money, that's interesting. Fighter garrisons are pretty good for your defense. Armor barracks I think I will care less about. But fighter garrisons are pretty good for defense, especially since we did skip the planetary missile things. But the spaceport's money is kind of hard to refuse. We could rush up that way, although for capsule construction, what we really want is battle pods here to increase the space on a ship. The other two, they can do good things, but battle pods is what you absolutely have to get. But it doesn't help us right now in the short term. I don't know if any of them help us in the short term. But if we did go to artificial intelligence, we pick up neural scanners for spy defense, I think. Then on their positronics, we could pick up the holo simulator. So the holo simulator increases planetary morale by 20%, and so all of our workers do 20% more. That's our farmers, our industrialists, and our scientists. The planetary supercomputer is pretty good too. This is an upgraded version of the research lab. So it's just twice as much, right? 10 base plus 2. This is very good, but I think the holo simulator is better. Ultimately, it'd be great to have both. It'd also be nice to get the positronic computer so our beam weapons could one day hit. But I'm kind of tempted to go down this route. It's just because I think the holo simulator will do many, many great things for us. Now, obviously, other things are cheaper, but we don't need physics if we're not fighting, and we're not fighting right now because everything's shut down. I think force field's the same situation, although getting the planetary radiation shield is going to be really nice to make our radiated planets become barren, which mostly is going to be very valuable once we get down to terraforming over here, which actually is not that far away. Maybe we just sit on what we've got. The AI is going to be slowed by this hyperspace flux as well. Maybe we just try to boost our planets ASAP. So, maybe we get microbiotics. We do have a high population, so getting a growth boost is nice. I do like the spy defense, but maybe microbiotics... this is very expensive. Okay, I'm going to go down computers first. Neural scanner. We're going to get ourselves a boost to research. So yeah, so I cannot currently queue my ships to go anywhere, but luckily the colony ship's still going to be there, and our freighters still work, which is very important. We do have a slight food deficit, so we'll do this. Well, we clearly don't need the outpost ship over here because we're not going to be able to send it anywhere anyway, so we'll get the soil enrichment and probably the hydroponic farm as well because it's going to be useful. We'll get those in the queue, and I could, yeah, because this is not really doing much for our production rates. We'll pull one worker out of this. Move into the scientist role. And yes, we will colonize the pre-selected planet. Excellent. It's a barren world, but it is rich. It's going to be really good for us. The man! You the man! You the man! Same thing. We'll start with the automated factory. We'll probably get the hydroponic farms in a queue immediately as well. And then put on the housing. And we'll try to build the automated factory pretty quickly. Yeah, I guess I'll keep the tax rate there. I think that a lot of the people who are quite good at this game can really do a lot by using a higher tax rate, but I'm not that good. Okay, this is our first ship commander here, Captain Mukir, who's got a boost to weaponry, which I think is with boarding. Oh no, attack bonus of the ship. Commando is with the helps with the boarding and things like that. We're not interested in picking him up right now for a multitude of different reasons. I don't think he's a very good ship captain, and we don't need him at this time. Runner is starting to fill up, but I think we'll keep doing it in that way. With the hyper flux, I wonder if you can still move population from one place to another. I mean, while they're moving, they won't be in use. I don't know. We'll leave you there for now. Because at least you're contributing to increase population. When you get at the cap, then maybe we can consider moving things out. Oh shit, we're at +9 food. Oh, we did just finish the soil enrichment. So now we're gonna yoink some dudes out of this. There we go. +0 food, perfect. Automated factory. You know what? We don't really. This is gonna be a worthwhile rush. Even at a 3 to 1, I think the turnaround is really quite good on that to accelerate things. Automated farm done. Next is hydroponic farm. Good. I keep saying automated farm. Automated factory. We have other games. Surviving Mars has automated farms. And I was playing it recently just for fun. And so that's in my head. So these hydroponic farms I think are still going to be good. I think ultimately we'll want them on every planet just because it will simplify things. Arguably... Oh, wow. We got this on a 7% tick. Excellent. So neural scanner, we don't need this right now. But it is going to be really useful long-term for us to have better spies. But yeah, and I'm going to grab the holo simulator. And this is going to increase, well, everything we do, including research. So I think it's going to be well worthwhile. -1 food. Don't farm here. Because, yeah, my guys are only making 1 food by farming on Drossel right now. So if we need farmers, it's going to have to be on Runner 2. Hydroponic farm is done. Oh, you're back to doing an outpost ship. Well, since we really don't need that right now... Now, I could sync the production into something else, right? I could still queue a colony ship. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put housing like this. It'll complain because housing is sort of an always thing. I'm actually thinking we're going to move everyone over to science, though. It's just the passive production from our automated factories that are contributing to the housing there. Zaman finished the hydroponic farm, is now working on that. We've got some excess food again. So we'll do this. This place, since it is going to be farming, we are going to want soil enrichment. I'm wondering if I start that now. Yeah, I think it's going to be okay. Do that, and then you go back into housing. Oops, I clicked when we had negative food, which is too bad. Holo simulator is done. So now what we're going to do is, I don't know if the order matters, because we're going to need both terraforming and the shields. I'm going to go down biology first. We'll pick up microbiotics for our population growth increase. Yeah, negative food there for a tick, which is not ideal. We'll just move that. We have a little bit of excess. Oh, actually, yeah, we'll buy that. And then next turn I'll be able to tweak my food again. Hey, Director Leiden leveled up. So I think only his Diplomat and Famous increase. I don't think the Mega Wealth ever changes. So now Drossel 3 is producing extra food because of the soil enrichments. So I'm going to pull you off there and do that. +2 food, I think, is probably okay as long as it's not there. Yeah. Oh, GNN. Okay, the flux, hyperspace flux that sealed entry into hyperspace ended as mysteriously as it began. So we can start to move again. So let's get our scoots, scooting a boot. Okay. That way and that way. Food, good. A little bit of money, although I don't think there's anything to rush by because we're just doing housing in a lot of places. Well, actually, let's get the holo simulators and maybe even the research labs. I don't think there's any reason not to have the research labs everywhere for the +5. And a lot of these planets, like Zaman is our rich one. So arguably it needs the research lab less. And that might actually be the case. Maybe we'll holo simulator into housing. And then when we finish that, we can get a starbase going and you can start building ships. That might be fair. But the others really do want it. Holo simulator, research lab, back into housing. Because they're abundant, I mean, as opposed to rich, so we'll probably use them for a fair amount of tech. And this one here, definitely. Let's go ahead and get the holo simulator, and then finish your housing as well, which is, you got 8 out of 10. Okay, so we'll be moving some people out of here soon. We can buy, but we're going to want to sync some production to that first. The KIF system. KIF, inform the crew. We found a useless system. But we probably do want to do more colonizing. Now, Gibber, yeah, I think I was talking about putting an outpost ship there, but really we should just colonize Gibber. But I might have been confused as to what was what. We'll keep that in a queue. Holo simulator. then I think we'll actually colony ship. In fact, we might do more than one. We have like 4 of these. Oh, I see. The 4th one didn't even change the rate, at least for the holo simulator. Okay, so he would give us income up to a colony. He's got mega wealth to his flat 10, 30% to traders or trade agreements. I think I'm gonna reject you though. I think there's better picks. We really want an environmentalist. Hello, Terran World. You're ultra poor, but you're low G, which we're okay with. Well, the ultra poor is pretty bad, but it's gonna make a great tech planet. So that's over here, Allure. Okay. Oh my god. And the Ekber system is a Gaian world? I mean, yeah, it's poor, but we can fit a lot of people. Like, it's medium with a 21 pop cap. Keeping in mind we are subterranean. But damn. I'm going to keep my scout ship there for spotting. Hey, microbotics is done. Good. Okay. I do want to do the terraforming thing, which was the whole vibe that we're going down. However, I think we might need to get some military tech here because we are expanding out now. And I think it's going to be kind of important for us to be able to maybe consider some defensive ships. I don't think we need the deuterium fuel cells. I feel like we've got pretty good range, so I'll probably grab the titanium armor. Deuterium fuel cells will give us more range for our ships, which is quite good. But I don't think that's what I'm looking for right now. Get the armor, and then probably keep going down chemistry. We can get the Merculite missiles and make missile-based ships early on. Probably get Merculite missiles, then get atmospheric renewer, because pollution processor and atmospheric renewer are both ways to decrease the pollution on a planet, which dramatically increases your production. The pollution processor cuts it down by half, and the atmospheric renewer cuts it down to 25%, which is really good. You can stack them both, although arguably it's not that useful. But we want the Merculite missiles, so we'll grab that, and then we'll grab the atmospheric renewer, which will increase our production and help miniaturize the missiles. What I might do before then is I might just pick up the fusion drive, because it's fairly cheap, and then we can at least colonize maybe a little quicker. Yeah, I don't think that's going to really represent a tremendous cost, especially with our current tech rate. The Zothic system has gold deposits. This planet here is gold. Huge, toxic, poor. Gold deposits does mean we're going to make more money, but that's not very enticing. Can you reach here? No. So that is it. Well, both Olor and Ekber had great systems, right? That's the Terran and the Gaian. Although we know Gibber's not bad either. What I might do is I'll just keep the scout over by Gibber, and we'll see what goes on after that. Runner 2, yes, that's fine. Yeah. And yeah, basically, whenever there's this 2-to-1 ratio, I'm going to be pretty happy to spend to accelerate. Okay. And then for the automated factories, even more so. If I go and throw you in, you do shape 4 turns off, which is pretty good. If I do this, 3 more turns. Yeah, I think that's worth it. Oh, we do have a bunch of excess food. Yank you out. If I do this, 2 more turns. I think I'll leave you in the science. Breakthrough of our fusion drives. All our ships get automatically upgraded with that. We don't have to do anything, so everything will just move faster. But yeah, now let's go. We'll grab the titanium armor and some missiles. Sounds good. Okay, these guys aren't back on housing, which is fine. And this colony ship, I'll have to wait for it to get a little cheaper. Select combat. Who dis? Trilarians are here with a destroyer and a colony ship. So they are going to attack me. I could have initiated the combat. We're just going to retreat with our scout. So we're going to lose that. And also it means that Olar and Ekber will be next to each other. So Olar, which we do want to colonize, is going to be a wee bit vulnerable. Hello, Trilarians. Keep your distance, hipster emperor. Tolerate no interferences. Uh-huh. Well, I'm sorry you feel that way. Sorry you feel that way, old man. We do have a slight... Oh! Okay. So, the Trilarians, I can't do much in the way of diplomacy with them because they are repulsive. Now, the default Trilarians are not repulsive, but when you play on hard, and also on impossible, the races get extra traits, and I think the Trilarians always on hard get repulsive, plus something else. I think they're always aquatic, they're always transdimensional. They might not normally have the population growth bonus, I'm not sure. But yeah, I don't think normally they're repulsive. I think only the, what are they called, the silicoids? I think only they start off repulsive normally. So we're not going to have any diplomacy with them. We're not at war, necessarily. Oh, look at where they are. Oh, shit. That's interesting. But I think we will be in conflict with them fairly soon. Okay. Yes, absolutely. Go and do that. For Olar. Do I want to colonize Gibber immediately as well? I think that's probably still the correct answer. Tritanium armor. Merculite missile. Okay, colony ship is a go. I want to filter out planets with enemy presence. Yeah, it is ultra poor, but it's going to be strategically very significant. I think we've got to grab it. I don't know. Maybe it's the wrong thing to grab right now. Ultra poor is pretty bad. Will be a great research planet and farming planet. Oh, we're short on food and freighters, so hold on a second. We'll put you at the front. We can just do this for now. You know what? I'm buying this automated factory immediately. It's not like you farm for very much. Like, this guy only creates one production, so it's kind of useless. So we'll do this, which will alleviate the food shortage. We still have the freighter shortage. I'm actually quite surprised. But -1 isn't going to kill anything. There you go. Now we got the freighter fleet, so that's been resolved. And I guess I'll still leave you here for now. Okay. Oh, shoot. Olar has been colonized, so we can go here and here. Could have done that a little sooner. -1 food. Let's take a scientist off and do that. What do we have in Zobna? Medium barren abundant, medium barren poor. And Orf has got nothing. So Orf would be an example of a system. We literally can't colonize it because it's only asteroid belts and gas giants, but we can build an outpost there to increase our ship range. I think I'll still move you to Gibber because I think we're still going to colonize that. I'll leave you in Orf for now, and that's going to be okay. All right, slight excess food, slight extra freighters. So maybe I will do this for now, even though you don't generate... Well, now this will generate 2 picks because it's got the automated factory. So he's got the 1 base and the +1 from the factory. So it's not like the worst, although it's still not particularly good. I could move some pops around, especially if I had extra freighters. You know what? Let me get some excess freighters because we're just going to need more as the population grows, and especially as we get an extra planet. And we need 5 freighters to be able to move population around, which I think we're going to want to do on Runner Prime. I will build the star base, so we've got a little bit of innate defense over here. But it doesn't have to be rushed. In fact, I might just put it in the queue and move everything else to research here. Now, it's got negative growth right now just because there's a shortage of food. But if I do this... the food situation there on Runner should be fine, but it's still population capped. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and move 1 of the pops to Olar, and I'll put you, so you'll be gone for 3 turns. Huh? What are you talking about? Is it confused because I can't farm on this planet? Alright, I'll do that. That's weird. Maybe because I can't farm on Runner, I can't tell them to be farmers on Olar until they get there? Strange, but possible. Merculite missiles. Excellent. We definitely want to grab the next level of chemistry. Again, for the pollution, so atmospheric renewer, and also as you keep teching in a category, it miniaturizes the components. So right now, we can only fit so many Merculite missiles on a ship. But when we research the next level of chemistry, we'll be able to fit more of them, and we'll also be able to fit some with modifiers. I think we need 2 levels of miniaturization to unlock MERV, which is quite good. Might be a little hard for us to do right now, but at least with some missiles, our star bases might be able to defend themselves from a casual attack. We'll see. Anyway, it looks like I've gone a little bit long again, so we're gonna go ahead and put a cut in here. Man, I miss this game. It's such a good game. It really is quite wonderful. I hope you're having as much fun with this as I am. I'm having a blast. I'm a little bit worried about the Trilarians here. Almost certainly we're going to come to blows. I don't think our ships without extended fuel cells can actually reach any of their systems. Well, I suppose Ekber. But from Ekber, we might not be able to reach Qing. Unless we have extended fuel cells, or we research better fuel cells, which is really going to be the path. It sucks that we can't trade with these guys, because it'd be nice to backfill a few of our missing techs, but what are you going to do? I'll see you next time, folks. Bye-bye.